All right, so let's look at solving simultaneous equations using elimination. All right, so here we have x plus y is equal to 6 and 3x minus y is equal to 10. Now, what you should notice, right, is the plus y and the minus y. Now, I'm going to show you something. So let's say I plus these two together, okay? I should label this as 1 and 2. So I'm going to be adding 1 and 2 together, okay? And what this will look like, right, is you want to add vertically. So we have x plus 3x, which is just 4x. Okay. Now the plus y and minus y, right? If you add those two together, they cancel out. And so you don't write anything here. And so that is what elimination is for. It eliminates one of the variables of both equations, okay? And so y is gone. Now we focus on the 6 and 10. So 6 plus 10, that is just 16. And so I divide 4 both sides. So if x is equal to 4. Okay. Now let's solve for y. So I'm going to label this as 3. Whoops. And so I can substitute this equation, x is equal to 4, into either 1 or 2. Okay, it doesn't really matter. But in this case, I will do 1 because it seems easier. So I'm going to substitute 3 into 1. All right. And so we get 4 plus y is equal to 6. So y is equal to 2. All right. All right, now this one's a bit different because you notice that if you plus these two, right, none of the variables get canceled out. So if I plus these two, right, for example, like y plus 2y, that's 3y, minus 3x plus 5x, that gives you plus 2x. Okay, so they don't cancel out. Even if you minus them as well, right, same thing, nothing's going to cancel out. And so what you have to do, right, is you want to force one of the equations to cancel out. So what I mean by that is like, you see this first one? So I'm gonna label this as 1, 2. So this y, right? I'm gonna try to force this to cancel out with this 2y. And to do that, I'm gonna be timesing 1 with 2. So what's that gonna look like, right? Is I multiply 2 to everything in this equation. So we have 2y, okay? Because 2 times y is y. 2 times this is minus 6x. And 2 times 1 is just 2. Okay? And so I have this third equation here. And what I can do, right, is I can actually use this equation and cancel out with this second equation because they both have 2y, if you can see that, which I can cancel out. So I'm going to say 2 minus 3. Okay? So we have 2y minus this 2y. That cancels out. That's eliminated. Plus 5x minus 6x. So that gives you 11x. And then this 13 minus 2, which is just 11. So x is equal to 1. Okay. Now to solve for y, you can obviously just sub this one. I'm gonna write here. You're gonna sub this one into either 1 or 2. I will sub into 1. Looks more easier. And so we have y minus 3 times 1 is equal to 1. Y minus 3 is equal to 1. And so you bring the minus 3 over, you should get 4. Okay. All right, so this is our final case. So we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 6 and 5x plus 3y is equal to 11. Now, what you notice, right, is that even if you times the top one by a number, it will never match to any of the variables in the second one. Same thing with this one. If you try timesing it. So like, what I mean by that, right, is let's say, for example, you wanted to match this 2y with this 3. Okay. It's not that simple. You can do it, but you would have to do it with the fraction. Same with this 3x. If you wanted to match it with this 5x, you have to times a fraction, and that just make the whole equation look really ugly. So to do this right, I'm just gonna label this as 1 and 2. You actually want to times both of them. So in the other question, we only multiplied one of them. in this one, I'm going to multiply 2 of them. And so I know, and so let's say you want to eliminate the y's, okay? So you just want to find the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. So the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 is just 6. All right? And so what I'm going to do, right, is I want to times the first one by 3. So that's just going to give me, so times everything by 3, get 9x plus 6y is equal to 18. And then you times the second one by 2. So we have 10x plus 6y is equal to 22. And you see that these both have 6y, which you can use to eliminate. So I will just, I'm just going to label this in red. 3, 4. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to subtract both of them. Okay, so 10x minus 9x, that gives you x. 6y minus 6y, that gives you nothing. 22 minus 18, that gives you 4. Okay, and I'm just going to label this as 5. And to find y, you obviously just sub in this x into either the first one or second one. I'm going to do the first one. So 5, substitute that into 1. So we have 3 times 4 plus 2y is equal to 6. 12 plus 2y is 6. 2y is equal to minus 6. Y is equal to minus 3. All right, that's it for elimination.